Good morning. I hope y'all's day is off to an amazing start. I know I've been blowing you up on Facebook all morning, so surely you've seen me, right? Happy Wednesday, y'all. You know how it is. On Wednesdays, there's only one thing you really can do, and that's just get your hump on. So before we do that, let's make smart moves and step into the goddess realm. What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning. So I am Sharita Bagby with IamGoddessLife.com and welcome to the Goddess Realm. So hey, heads up, I am on the go. Obviously you can see that I'm out of town and I'm helping family pack. So bear with me because I am using my phone for a hotspot, and right now we've got a really great internet connection, but if things get a little spotty, sit tight, I'll be back. Good morning to those of you on YouTube as well. I hope you're going well. Your day is off to an awesome start. Hey, Nicole. Glad to see you. Thanks for joining. I apologize for missing yesterday. It didn't happen like I wanted it to, but it's all right. We're here today. So let's go ahead and get started. You know the deal. Grab your water. Let's social it up. Chug a lug. Hit like when you're done. Sorry, you probably didn't want to see that big gallon in your face. Hey, Drea, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Happy Wednesday. I'm glad you're back too. Guys, I'm in a really good mood. There becomes a certain point in your life when you realize how much your thoughts control everything else, and where you allow your thoughts to lead, kind of where your day goes. So today, my day is going nothing but up. So let's dive in. Thank you, God. Thank you to our goddesses, our angels, our guides for all of your amazing direction and guidance that you've been giving us. We ask that you continue to make your messages clear and concise so that we know how to make them applicable for our lives. We also ask that anyone who hears this message be blessed by it in unconditional love. We ask for all these things. Amen. All right, let's dive in. I honestly have no clue where our message is coming from today, so give me a hot second to, tune in. I just heard Divine Circus. Okay, there we go. Sorry, let me grab them. They're over here. Divine Circus. I always have to chuckle to myself whenever I come north. I always think I'm going to get... I always assume to an extent there's going to be a break in the weather. Not unless I come in the winter time. It's just as hot here as it is in Houston. That's all right. I'll take it. I woke up this morning and I'm like, why am I sweating? And then I walked outside oh, yeah, humidity. There you go. All right. Sorry, I had some of my cards out. So I'm going to shove those in the deck, and then we are going to shuffle. And we are going to see what our Divine Circus has for us this morning. Yes, ma'am. I am in Waterloo. I am with family. So I am in Iowa. I'm hoping to have some time in Des Moines, but I honestly, guys, I think by the time we get done, it's literally going to be get done and run to the airport. So if there is some free time, by all means, I will let you know. Thank you, Divine Circus. 1. Okay. And we're going to get something else from our fairies. Thank you, Divine Circus. Oh, there. I guess that's what you have for us. Okay. Let's talk to our fairies real quick. Good morning, dear fairies. All right. So didn't know you had family in Waterloo. Yes, ma'am. I do. Shuffling like I'm about to play a deck of cards. Forgot what I was doing. That's funny. Good morning, fairies. What do you have for us today? Woo. I think we're going to get 2 to 3 cards. Hold on. I got to ground, guys. I feel myself. Whoa. Did you see that? Holy cow. Talk about flying out of the deck. I think this is number 2. Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's why I like to shuffle in front of y'all so you see what flies out of the... Okay, got it. Flies out of the deck. And we actually got 2 jumpers on that one. All right, so we're getting quite a bit today. Now, guys, I apologize. I don't have my other camera on. This is interesting. Okay, I don't have my other camera on, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to hold the cards. I will look to see if it's backwards. I will try and adjust my camera so that you can see them forwards and actually read them for yourself. And bear with me. I'm moving my phone around so I can see your comments. All right, let's dive in. So our first card, I'm going to need a little guidance on, is from our Divine... Nope, I heard save it for last. Okay, gotcha. We're going to save it for last then. So the first card we have is from our fairy deck is Connect with Nature. How many times do we get that card, right? You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. And my nails are terrible right now. Okay, give me a hot second. I'm going to switch my camera around. I think. So bear with me, guys. This way, hopefully. There we go. Can you guys see the card a little better? Connect with nature. And I know we have a slight glare. All right. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. How many times have we seen this? Now, I want to stop here for a second. What do we notice in particular about this? She's got a butterfly around her, and she's got, like, butterfly wings. We don't see, like, the typical wings that we always see. And I'm just reminded that we had the butterfly maiden on a couple days ago, on Monday, talking about transformation. So for those of you who are feeling like a little stuck, a little stagnant, what I'm really hearing is you're inspired. You feel replenished. You feel renewed. You feel inspired when you're outside connecting to nature. So go outside. The next card we have is Walk Away. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. Nicole says, well, isn't that awesome? We are planning a family picnic for this afternoon. Boom. Great timing, y'all. Great timing, girl. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. And again, the big thing with this card is you must first leave the unhealthy situation. Then you see the new doors that open. And then finally, enjoy them. Enjoy them. That's a really beautiful card too. I love how much is going on in this card. All right. Now this is interesting, and I'm going to show you here in a second. I'm not really sure yet, but we're going to see. Do some research. You need more information about this situation. Look into it further before proceeding. Now, we've been getting a lot of this, and I just want to remind you guys, we're coming into new moon on Sunday. We're coming into new moon on Sunday, so it's super, super important that we are prepping ourselves, that we are not taking old, stagnant things with us into this new cycle, correct? And what I feel like is these two cards go together. In particular, connecting with nature, getting new ideas. Maybe you're not entirely sure what you should be doing, or you know what you're supposed to be doing, but you're not sure how to go about it. Do some research. Get in nature. I'm going to bring that full circle here in a little bit. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Sorry, I just got a personal message. Okay, spring. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. Spring. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So what I hear in particular, and look at this, I love this. They've got the little baby coming out of the flower. And she's like, the light is just shining on her. It's like divine light. And I'm trying to determine, is it radiating on her or from her? And really, guys, I think it's from her. Look at that. Okay, got it. I was like, why are we getting a spring card in the summer? How many times do we talk about operating from the standpoint of the I am? So again, we got that butterfly transformation card, or the butterfly maiden. You're going through great transformation that brings about great blessings, right? We went through a lot of transformation this spring over the last few months. This card is a reminder to you to operate from the I am. We're not still waiting to transform. We're not still waiting for, this to happen in order to do that, because that's that lack mindset. We're operating from the I am. You have bloomed. You are currently blooming. Your desires are manifesting. And again, we have to stop and ask ourselves, because sometimes we look around and we're like, how? Where? I don't see it. But we have to remember, steampunk priestess, right? Sometimes what we see in our physical eyes, is a little blurry. It's not clear, but we have to trust that divine intuition. We have to trust that third eye. We have to trust our insight, our divine insight, and follow it. And in doing so, we understand that we're blooming. We're becoming new people. We're becoming greater and greater and walking our life purpose. Because at the end of the day, it's all about moving towards being in our life purpose. Understanding you are already, how many times have we said this, right? Inside the kingdom gates. You're inside of the party. You're not waiting to get inside until you can start X, Y, and Z. You're already there. Doesn't matter what it looks like around you. Trust your divine knowledge. Trust your divine insight. Remember who you are. How many messages have we gotten over the last week to just be? Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Just be. Drea says, that's me. I know exactly what to do, just not sure where to go about doing it. From her, definitely. Yeah, new moon, fresh start, spring renews. Boom. You're right, Drea. You are absolutely right. So one of the things that I'm hearing for you, Drea, in particular, is to, trust your divine nature and to get into your creative writing. Now, that's one part of it. Here's the second part of it. We know where we're at, right? Or we'll start here. We know where we're at. We know where we want to be. In shutting off our physical eyes and trusting our divine nature, we understand that sometimes we don't know the twists and turns of the road, right? But we surrender to the how. Be firm about your goals. Be flexible about your methods. As you connect in nature and walking away, and Drea, I only mention this because you've got some personal walking away going on within your household, whether it be you and with Hubs. So you've got a lot going on, which is so awesome, especially right before new moon. But for you, in connecting with nature and walking away from certain thoughts and ideas of how it has to happen, I think you're going to find that you're going to see a lot of opportunity around you, that it was like, I would have never done it like that. Prime example, these cards, I would have never done it like that. I never would have expected that this is what would have brought about what it is that I want, but it absolutely is. So I would say for you, the big thing is maybe not even walking away from unhealthy situation. It might not even be anything unhealthy, but maybe letting go of knowing how it has to happen. Two things. Let me rephrase that. Letting go of how it has to happen and letting go of having to know how it has to happen. All we have to know is that we are in the I am. God will bring it. The universe will bring it to us as we come and as we take our step forward, as we focus on what it is that we are supposed to be doing for that day. Drea says, interesting. I haven't written in a while, since South Dakota, actually. Might be a fun day to go outside and, bear the humidity, take some water with you. But to really get in and do some writing and ask yourself, well, I would say just start writing. Okay. Do we have anything else? All right, guys. I like this card, but I don't like it because I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. Oops, let me move it. There we go. And again, please forgive my nails. They are so terrible right now. All right, so let's get some clarification on the Pixie Perio. Perio? I don't know. I'll admit. Oh, wow. Okay, you guys are going to love this. There is an original you, the you that has always been and always will be. No matter how much the outer forms of your body, your work, your lifestyle, your world seem to change, the original, essential you is always there within, unique, precious, and just as you were created to be. Which goes, again, right in line with everything that we've been talking about. Be yourself, the original you, the I am, the I am. Within you is an intelligence that helps you to adapt to various life circumstances and situations. You might do this consciously or unconsciously, but the point of any type of adaptation is survival. The Pixie Perio card brings you a message. There is more meant for you in this life than merely surviving. You are actually meant to thrive. The Oracle reminds you that you thrive most fully, abundantly, and deliciously when you are just you. Not the version of you not the version of you that another may prefer, nor the one that helps you fit into the crowd, but just you as you have always been. Even if that doesn't seem like enough for some people, it's more than enough for you to have the life you deserve that would bring you the most peace and happiness and love. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. When the Oracle of Pixie Perio comes to you, it is time to get back to the essence of you. It might be time to go back to the things you dreamed about in childhood, or something that really feels like it expresses the true you, but that you cast aside for some very logical and sensible reason or other. That might be talent, passion, or lifestyle you are pursuing, or a deep-seated need to create and express yourself through art, clothing, music, or dance. It's time to reclaim it. From little dreams and childhood fantasies, a full-grown life purpose can blossom. Even if it seems fanciful or rather than practical, don't drop the ball. Give yourself a chance to be and be seen, to live and thrive as the real you. You are good for a reason, not by error, oversight, or mistake. Love yourself and let yourself live, thrive, and express the origins of genius. Love yourself and let yourself live, thrive, and express the original genius of you. Freaking out, because how awesome is that, guys? One of the things that we've been told, especially since our last, was it full moon? The full moon before the last, and especially going into the most recent, the last new moon, was to really, we got the message to, after we worked on healing that shadow, healing the divine masculine, healing the divine feminine, and bringing them together to create the divine sun child, we got the message in particular to let our light shine, to be. We don't have to move with force. We don't have to tell people what to do. We just have to be, to let our light shine. And as we walk in our life path, moving closer to our life purpose, we give other people permission to let their light shine as well. We attract the people to us who we're meant to help, but we also attract the people to us whom we're meant to help us. It expounds, it expounds, it expounds. Really, if you are not being you, you are doing this world and yourself a grave disservice. Let yourself be. So one of the things in particular that I'm really feeling with this is remembering that you're already in the I am. I think for some people, it's that mindset of remembering I am the I am, right? I'm not separate from God. It is important. One thing here really that I just really noticed, your desires fully manifest as the flowers bloom. You're the flower. As you fully step into your life purpose, as you fully walk according to your heart, as you fully align your mind, your body, and spirit, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions with your life's purpose, your heart's desire, you begin to bloom And the more and more you bloom, the more and more you manifest these desires within your life. Because again, remember, your desires are aligned with your highest good. It's not a selfish act. It's a necessary act. To live your highest life, to thrive here on this earth, to thrive in your spirituality, to thrive in your profession, to thrive in your mind, to thrive in your body is necessary. It is not a selfish act. So I want to step back to this because Treya, one of the things you mentioned, and I think this is for a lot of people, is just, okay, I'm here. I want to be here. Doing some research. And what I'm getting in particular for this message, it says you need a little more information about this situation. Look into it further before proceeding. The information you need is in the stuff that you enjoy. The information you need is not in necessarily the details at the library. Does that make sense? Because again, our guides are really specific. When it's something like you're supposed to be in school, they show us specifically a school. But again, look at her. She's in a private nook. One of the things that I love in particular is this card in particular. It's got the heart. Like, she's studying things that she enjoys. She's studying things of the heart, things that involve in her life purpose. She's kicked back in her reading nook. This isn't anything formal. This isn't anything forced. The studying that I'm hearing that we need to be doing, especially moving into this full moon, is us. Studying us. Especially knowing we have this walk away card. So now that we know and understand how to go through and how to shed light on the shadow, now that we no longer fear the shadow, right? We can shed light on it. We are in this place of love and abundance and acceptance. Now it's time to take that shadow work a step further. Take it just a little bit deeper. Recognize what is aligned with your total wellness, what is aligned with your mind, body, and spirit, and what isn't. And walk away from those unhealthy things. And some of those unhealthy things, I hate to say it like this, are having to know everything. Because having to know everything denotes that you need control. And if you need control, that denotes a feeling of lack and or fear. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a couple of thumbs up if that makes sense. So we really want to make sure that when we are doing these things that we are, how do I want to put this? That we are allowing ourselves to be free to how it's going to happen. Again, you already are. You are the I am. Your dreams, your desires, your life purpose is manifesting around you. But we have to let go of it has to happen like this. It doesn't have to happen like that. Because sometimes, again, we get so focused looking in one direction that we miss everything else around us, right? And then we're going, oh my God, why am I not getting what I want? Why am I not manifesting? Why is my life purpose not working? Why can I not seem to get what it is that I dream, that I desire? Maybe your desire is really to help people. But maybe you keep finding that you're a stumbling block and not as opposed to a stepping stone for them. Or maybe you just can't seem to find the right people whom you're supposed to help. Whoa, what I just heard is stop looking without and start looking within. Drea says, funny you say that about the fear and lack. During my night meditation prayer, I became, I just clicked out of it. I became very aware that my fear of lack is causing my anxiety lately. Drea, that is huge. That's huge. That is a huge revelation. Do you know how many people don't even recognize that within themselves? That, girl, pat yourself on the back. Like, that gave me goosebumps because that is enormous. Flip side of the coin, not only is it an enormous revelation, but now it's an enormous choice. So now that I understand where I'm at, do I continue to accept this? Do I start to do the work to lead into the shadows, to understand what is it in life that I'm really actually fearing? What is it actually that I'm lacking? One of the things, one of my my affirmations is my needs and wants are my needs and wants are fully met, or something to that effect. I'm sorry, I don't right off the top of my head. And I always said it in the past from okay, I'm going to say this and speak it and put it into the world so that it becomes true. And all of a sudden last week when I said it, it dawned on me. All your needs and wants really are met. It's not about the big house and the big fancy car. Because if I keep focusing on I don't have, then I'm saying my affirmations out of a place of lack. And I was like, ding dong, Sharita, light bulb. I see it now. So really we have to stop and ask ourselves, okay, yeah, granted, maybe we want, the Maserati and the mansion. I mean, maybe we want, the flashy cars or the big practice or the huge clientele list. But at the end of the day, are we happy where we're at? Because if we're not happy where we're at, what makes us think we're going to be happy when we get to there? Because we're still going to be in that lack mindset. It's like a spoiled brat. You get them what they want and they're still not happy. They want more. They want more. So Drea, I applaud you. I commend you. For taking the time to be in your quiet place, to go into your spiritual realm, to go within, to look within yourself for the answer. And guess what? Yourself gave you the answer. God, because you are not separate from God. So now you have the opportunity to go, okay, what is it that I'm clinging on to? What is it that I need to walk away from? Oh my gosh, guys, the goosebumps. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. Okay, I want to say this. One of the things that, and I just feel like, because for some people, I used to hear this all the time in church. Have faith, just trust. And I'm looking around like, easy for you to say in your Mercedes and your big, beautiful house to have faith and just trust. I got bills. You know what I'm saying? And what it took was for me to recognize my own connection with the divine. Does that make sense, guys? When we're disconnected, then yeah, it's almost a burden to try and trust, to have faith. I know. But what I know is now that I'm connected, I know that I'm going to reach my mark. And what I've been able to slowly and still working on, trust me, is to surrender on the how. When I cling to money, oh my God, it's so hard to come by. When I not necessarily go out and just blow money, not that, but when I spend money from the mindset that money flows not only to me, but through me, oh my gosh, it just comes. When I spend money without freaking out about it, now obviously we all know how to do addition. We all know how to manage our bills. We all want to be saving and preparing for those lean months, the ebbs and flows of finances. But on the flip side of the coin, we don't want to be saving out of lack. We want to be saving out of prosperity. I get to save rather than I have to. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a couple of thumbs up if that makes sense. So really, Drea, I'm so excited for you. And again, think of how many people in this world deal with anxiety. I mean, we all do. But to the point, awesome, I'm glad that it works out. To the point where it can be debilitating. I have been there. Literally, like having to pull over on the side of the road, or go into my closet and like try and keep myself from hyperventilating. For some, it causes worry, it causes frustration, it causes stress. And again, let's not forget, mind, body, and spirit are connected, because when we stress, that's when people start to see their hair fall out. That's when they start to age. That's when digestive issues go crazy. People develop ulcers. Again, remembering we hold a lot of our emotions right here in our sacral chakra. We're not disconnected. So that's why, again, it is so important that we are acting from the I am standpoint, mind, body, and spirit. Andrea, that breakthrough, like what I see it for you is that is a breakthrough just in the understanding alone, let alone in being able to go back and start working with yourself. All right, God. All right, higher self. All right, angels. All right, guides, show me where it is that I need to shine my light and how to heal it. Where is it that I need to go to retrieve those lost pieces of my soul that led to release that authority that I've given other people over my life? And in doing so, it begins to quail the anxiety. Not only quail it, but let it go. It releases it because you are now filled with that whole and complete you. And that's really the big thing that I learned about myself, y'all. Was a lot of my anxiety was it ultimately was a result of me not being complete, being scattered, whether it be in my thoughts and my feelings and my actions, allowing other people to hold certain things over me. Some of that I gave them, some people took, some of it I gave, and people, really didn't even care. But meanwhile, I'm placing their judgment of me on my life, and they're not even judging. It was all in my mind. Does that make sense? Sometimes we create entire situations in our minds. And then we project that out into the world. And then we wondering why we keep getting the same results. It was us. It wasn't the world. It was us. So I'm just, I'm so excited for you. I really am. Because that is a huge, huge, huge revelation. Drea says, I'm notorious for that. And one of the things, I can't speak for men because I'm not a man. I don't know how their brains operate. But I think that's something that we as women do a lot. Because we tend to be more sensitive and we tend to pick up on other people's electromagnetic fields, their energy, we even without realizing it, we tend to be a little more intuitive and we pick up on those things. And when we're picking up on things that we don't understand, then our mind fills in the gaps, right? And again, because our minds were no longer, but were in that place of lack, in that place of fear, in that place of insecurity, then our minds begin to fill in the gaps with fear, lack, and insecurity. One of my favorite astrologists, he told me this personally the other day. I was asking something. He said, Sharita, it's common because the eyes look out. They rarely look within. And here our Pixie Perio reminds us to get back to our original self, our authentic self, our I am. To not dismiss those dreams that we had as a child, those wild and fanciful things, that they are a part of us, that we can fully integrate them. There is no reason on this earth why we can't be the person we were meant to be and live a fully prosperous life, right? A lot of times people see it as I have to sacrifice, all my earthly riches in order to be heavenly. That is not how it goes. We sacrifice our ego. And it's not even a sacrifice. We balance it. Because ego says, oh my God, what are these people going to think? Ego says, I have to be the best. Otherwise, Ego says, ego compares to other people. And that's why most of us are walking around with broken, hurt, and bruised egos, right? So when we that's the only quote unquote sacrifice that we have to let go. We have to let go of caring about what other people think. Because again, remember, we are here on this earth for a purpose. You have a message that other people need, and no one can deliver that message the way that you do to the people who you are called to deliver it to, right? Oh my gosh, this is so amazing, guys. This is just so amazing because it's speaking to me too. There are areas in my life that I need to remember. I had a situation this morning with a work colleague, and I have to, this is reminding me. It's not about this work colleague. It's not about their opinions or their thoughts or how I perceive how they perceive me. At the end of the day, baby, I gotta just be me. I gotta walk away. And for me, it's not even necessarily the situation. The situation for me is the unhealthy thoughts that I tolerate, that I allow. Oh, sorry, I thought I saw it move. Drea says, holy crap, huge revelation. We'll have to research. Oh my God, I have some work to do. Get in nature. Get in nature. And again, the big thing about this is you're rejuvenated and you're inspired. So I'm glad that you said that, or in that we're going this direction, because this inspiration isn't just about career. It isn't just about the how-to. You know, this inspiration, getting clear, feeling rejuvenated, is also about understanding what is within us. One of the things we talked about, again, guys, with these get in late nature cards, is allowing the light to flow. So when we can ground ourselves in nature, then we send in all directions. We allow divine energy to come down and to manifest to us here on earth. But in addition, Mother Earth is so amazing in the sense that it's something that I fully have to do in the next, if not today, for sure tomorrow, is get our feet, get our hands in the ground, in the sand, in nature. You will feel that negativity drawn out. You are not separate from earth. You are not separate from this earth, and earth will pull that out and transmute it, and in return send you love. So remember, all those thoughts, feelings, intentions that we're sending into heaven, we got to open up and allow them to come here on earth, right? What did Archangel Sandalphon tell us the other day? Oh, we angels have gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. But when we're in that lack mindset, when we're holding on to the things that we need to walk away from, when we forget that we're already in the I am, not the I will or I hope or I wish. No, we are in the I am. When we remember that, when we get heart-centered and not ego-centered, then our hearts open up and the gifts just flow. The gifts, knowledge, understanding, wisdom, and I'm hearing specifically finances. For some people, that's where we're at in life. We need financial help. And the finances, let me be honest with you, don't always come in the form of cash or a check or a wire transfer. Sometimes they come in the form of, hey, guess what? I went to check my bill and there's a zero balance. I don't know where that came from. And then you call the company and the company says, oh yeah, we goofed last year, and so we went ahead and credited your account. Now your bill is paid. And you're like, what? So again, we have to open ourselves, kind of surrender to the how. Know that God knows, right? You're not disconnected from God. You already know. But remembering our steampunk priestess, you see what you need to see at that moment. For some of us, if we knew the whole story, we'd probably lose our minds. We'd skip portions trying to jump over here, and we miss things and we mess it all up. So as the old saying, as the student's ready, the master will appear. Trust your divine intuition. Trust your heart. Remember and know and understand and accept that you are not separate from God. You are being divinely led from every moment of every day, whether it be in your circumstances. And again, one of the big things I'm hearing is clairaudience, clairaudience, clairaudience. Listen to the loving sound, the voice in your mind, and the people around you who come back and confirm it for you. Your mind says, man, I'm really good at piercing ears. And you're like, what does piercing ears have to do with anything? But then all of a sudden, over the course of 2 weeks, 4 different people ask you, hey, can you pierce my ears? That ain't coincidence, y'all. That is you being divinely led. Pay attention to it. Follow. Don't worry about what your eyes see. Don't worry about what other people think. Because at the end of the day, you are here to be you, to let your divine light shine. And again, just a reminder, as you let your light shine, you not only walk into your life purpose, you not only begin to manifest your clear desires, because again, Archangel Michael told us repeatedly to be crystal clear about what it is that we want. To be crystal clear. Not kind of clear, not I have an idea, not, maybe want to kind of sort of be crystal clear. And when you are crystal clear, when you close your eyes, you should not only be able to see it, you should be able to feel it, you should be able to hear it, you should be able to taste it. Crystal clear. That is crystal clear. Maybe your desire is to be at and I just use this for an example. My desire is to be at a certain income. Okay, so you get that paycheck, but what does that feel like? What does that look like? What do you do with that? How do you feel with that? And let's be very clear. We have to recognize, this is a good time to recognize, are my thoughts and feelings and desires ego-based or are they heart-based? Is it that I want to be walking in my life purpose, and when I'm in my life purpose and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm so thrilled about it that I don't even care if I get paid? I know that I feel whole and centered and connected. I feel grounded. I feel, connected to the divine at all times. I feel like I spread my light wherever I go, that I help bring joy and happiness into people's lives, that I help to give them clarity and understanding? Or is it, well, I got a new car and people look at me cool because my outfit is bomb, be honest. Because if your desires are ego-based, and again, there's nothing wrong with ego, but we have to recognize that we're going to get a bunch of ego-based results. And if our ego isn't in alignment with our heart and our spirit, okay? Step into your divine purpose. Remember, you are already bloomed. Water yourself. Do your research on you. Nurture yourself. And again, for some of you, this is twofold. Research in the sense that sometimes, again, we get focused on it has to happen like this. Allow different ideas to come to you. As a new idea comes, explore it. You know what? I never thought of it like that. When we get out of that lack mindset, that fear mindset that it has to happen like that, all of this and this and this begins to open up. And again, guys, walk away from anything that is not serving your highest purpose. And that includes thoughts, feelings, actions, desires, people, whatever. Walk away from what is not serving your highest purpose. And again, connect with nature. Nature is like the ultimate divine on this earth. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time hearing from God, get in nature. That is the ultimate divine. And finally, we're reminded to remember our authentic selves, to be our authentic selves, not to dismiss the original us, not to dismiss those childhood dreams or thoughts or fantasies, even if they seem fanciful to the rest of the world. Because when you are in the I am, you begin to manifest your dreams and desires, not only in your spiritual world and in your mental world, in your emotional world, in your financial world, but here around you on earth. And people stop and they're like, oh my gosh, I thought that broad was crazy, but look at her. What is she doing? And one more thing, guys, I want to say is a lot of times we have to remember that people cast their own insecurities and their own self-doubt and their own judgments on us. Sometimes people do it out of love because they want us to be protected. They don't want us to go off and invest in the boogeyman, right? Don't go just throwing your money away, but on the flip side of the coin, we have to recognize that sometimes when people are giving us their best advice, they're giving us their best advice out of fear, out of their lack, out of their insecurity. So until you are strong in who you are, it's going to be a bit of a struggle to decipher, right? So this is why, again, we need to be crystal clear about what it is that we want. We need to focus on it with unwavering faith. We need to walk away from the things. And that doesn't mean saying it like never talking to that person again. It just maybe means putting up your filter. Maybe you talk to them in a certain moderation. Maybe you don't talk about certain subjects that you know they're going to cast their doubt on you. Maybe you, if you do choose to engage in those subjects, again, you have your filter up. You remember who you are and that you already are the I am. Now, and again, I want to say one more thing. This sometimes is hard because people are accustomed to perceiving us in a certain way. And we want them to perceive us in a new way, right? But we get fearful that they're going to think that we're crazy, they're going to judge us, that they're whatever. They're going to make fun of us. They're going to be like, who does she think she is? Doesn't matter. Remember, those are thoughts that we have, and our thoughts create. So control your thoughts. Okay, guys, I'm being told that's it. Because I really feel like I could go on and on and on today, because this one's very personal for me too. As I walk and live in my purpose, you know, I find even just this week alone, I've been really working on focusing my Facebook posts even to make sure that they are personal to me and that they speak what it is that I am creating. Not that I want to create, I am creating, because I am the I am. Recognizing that some people are looking at me going, oh my God, that's Sharita the party girl. What do you mean Sharita the spiritual life coach? Pfft. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let your light shine. Just be. And when we learn to be comfortable within ourselves, y'all, and here's the big thing. People sense insecurity. Remember how we've been talking about the electromagnetic field, the toroidal field, and how other people and animals, their nervous system picks up on it? So if we're not walking fully in who we are, people pick up on our insecurity. Some people, your psychic vampires, your leeches, your negative Nellies, they're going to pick up on that insecurity, and without realizing it, they're going to project more insecurity on you. They're going to say things that cause you to be even more insecure. But as you strengthen your field in walking your life purpose, knowing who you are, and it only has to make sense to you and God. Because again, you're not separate from God. But as you do so, you begin to put out the vibration of I am. And people then sense that light, and they start to take a step back. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see what's going on over here. You begin to recognize that this fear and insecurity isn't me. It's something maybe that I've tolerated or that I've allowed, but it is not a part of who I am. That shield gets easier to throw up in terms of not allowing people to their on you. And sometimes straight up, we just have to talk to people. I appreciate all the loving advice and care that you give me. Please understand, I'm in a different place. I'm moving in a different direction of a different mindset. I don't expect you to love it or to join me, but I do expect you to respect me. And in the future, I ask that you X, Y, and Z. Now you say it, obviously, you want to say it as nice as possible from a heartfelt place. You know, we want to absolutely do everything from a place of unconditional love, right? But sometimes we need to be blatantly honest with people. We need to be blatantly honest with ourselves. Sometimes it's easier to be honest with other people than it is to be with ourselves. Because to admit that means that I've been the one controlling it and allowing it the whole time. Let's not judge it. It's not good or bad. The fact of the matter is you recognize it, and now you are changing it. Whew. I got to ground. It is flowing. My head is like, I've honestly left Earth. My spirit is not on Earth right now. All right, guys. I want to thank you. Thank you so much, God. Thank you to our guides. Thank you, fairies. Thank you to our divine oracle, our divine circus oracle. Thank you for all of the guidance and direction and the remembrance. And again, because we are moving into this new moon cycle, and we want to make sure that the intentions that we are setting help us to remember. The intentions that we are setting from the place of the I am. We are setting from the place of love, unconditional love and abundance and acceptance. That's the big key. That's the word I'm hearing, of acceptance of who we are. and help us to move further in our life purpose, boldly in our life purpose. Thank you for all the thoughts and desires and understanding that you've given us. We thank you for helping us to connect to that and to recognize that we are not separate from you, that we are divinely guided and protected at all times. Move with ease. Understand your heart. Hold on, I'm not sure of this part. Follow what you believe. All right, guys. I love you lots. Let's social it up one more time. You know the deal. Chug-a-lug. Give me a couple of thumbs up. Ooh. Okay, let me tell you something. This is what I love about the power of words. So I went to the store, to the Big W store. I gotta be careful on YouTube and copyrights and blah blah blah. And I bought their brand of water. And y'all know that I'm a water snob, and I'm not particularly pleased with the flavor. But I've been speaking, and even just now, I can, my energy around me, my water is sitting right here, and instantly when I took a drink, I was like, this tastes so much better than it used to, or than it has been. So I say all that to say, watch your words, speak to your water, speak to your food, speak to yourself, get out in nature, connect. Know that you are the divine. You are connected at all times. You're already blooming. You're blooming faster than you realize. Allow yourself. Because before you know it, again, we're setting these new intentions, but before you know it, we'll be moving into harvest time, right? It's mid-July, dang near late July. We're going to be moving into harvest time soon, guys. So we want to make sure that what we are blooming is exactly what we want, right? As they say, you reap what you sow. We're reaping nothing but awesomeness, unconditional love, abundance, joy, peace, happiness. And for me, you have to define what that means for you. But for me, when I say those things, that just automatically includes that my physical needs are taken care of. So define what it means for you. I love you lots, goddesses. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. You know the deal on a Wednesday. Don't forget to get your hump on. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Heads up, I'll be on the road tomorrow, so I'm going to try and do this early. Worst case scenario, I might have to pre-record. If I do, I'm pre-apologizing because I love being able to interact with y'all. Again, if you are looking for a free goddess reading, by all means, make sure you visit iamgoddesslife.com. Look at the top and you will find free goddess readings. Otherwise, there you're also you will find full goddess. You can purchase full goddess readings